I want my $2! $2!
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Boom!
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time? Shut up!
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh.
No for you. Come back 1 year.
All right. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody doing good? Let me resituate some of this stuff here. A little chat overlay does not work. Maple Snodgrass. I don't have any of that stuff set up in my stream. The gamble, none of that.
Hey, ladies!
Okay. I've been trying to get everything, all that stuff to work, and I don't know. I upgraded all of the software and all the programs, and all the stuff stopped working. So, it is what it is. Hey, Lisa D. Did you get the package I sent you yet?
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
Oh yeah,
I make you
there's one
laugh.
that worked. Yeah, some of them work, some of them don't. It's weird. So, James Benson, hello. Let me get you included here. Try to make everybody a mod so everybody can police themselves. Alright. Keep chatting. I'm collecting names up here. Active chatters. I'm going to give away this to begin with. Out of a 2025p Lincoln cents. I was fortunate enough to get some rolls. Cool. Excellent. Let me resituate some of these screen sizes here. Oh, and also throughout the broadcast, Brian Curry, you might win it. You never know. Throughout the broadcast, I'll be just collecting names of people that are active, and on a future stream, I want to give away this here. The colorized Kennedy, what you see down there in the bottom left. I made that the other day. Oh, that's cool. Been doing a lot of experimenting with different stuff on these Kennedys, trying to see. So the little thing you see down there in the bottom left just kind of keeps changing. Experimenting with them. You know, I'll be doing some giveaway stuff with them, and I sent some in some envelopes. I just randomly threw them in envelopes that I mailed out to people. This one here is one of my favorites. I like that one. I like that one. So I pulled these 2 boxes out of storage, and they're just 2 rolls of quarters. So a lot of times when I go to the bank and get boxes, a lot of the times the boxes are just of all one quarter, like kind of like this. So what I do as a box hunter is I'll take, like say this was a full box of the, it was a full box of those. So I'll pull out on the women's quarters, I'll pull out all the heads rolls that you can't identify from either end. I'll open those up, and as a roll hunter, you get the privilege of being the first one to open up the rolls and be the first one to pretty cool, that one works. You're the first one that can see all the coins, so you get the select pick of the best of all the coins. So like, you know, I've been doing it for a while, so there's state quarters, and then there was another box here, but we can look at some of these. I found a bunch of because I'm going to be organizing stuff to start selling some things. I got found some of these in the bottom, so there's some Nifsies. So we got here some nicer 70s. These are probably, and then what I do, so you can get these sheets, usually are 2x2s like this. So I take my little vacuum sealer, put it in the vacuum sealer, and just hit it on the seal and melt slots into this, so slots will hold the coins. So instead of just one coin going in this 2x2, now I can hold 4. They don't rattle around, they don't move. So these were probably, yeah, early stage die chips on that. So I got binders full of stuff like this. What's this one? Series of coins. I got these at a Home Depot. Went back in and got the entire roll. I guess that must have been the first time I actually saw those in circulation. Washington crossing the Delawares.
I want my $2.
All right, let's pick us a name here. If I can give away these Lincoln cents. All right, let's pull up the bot. We got Nightbot. All right. We're going to select a winner. It says we only got 12 people. Is everybody in? Let's see, I got Ron Pierce, Lisa D, James Benson, Bill Snodgrass, Brian Kerr, New Marshall, hello. David Gersh, Fleabag, VMC, Elizabeth Flood, Forget Me About, you are out.
$2.
I'm a little slow at times too, Lisa D. Okay, KJ. Yeah, all you gotta do is just chat. Okay, our KJ's in now. James Benson, you're in. All right, I'll select a winner. Here we go. David Gersh, claim it. Just tell me you're here in chat. And these 2025D will be yours. Not that one. That's the first one I found in circulation, 2025D. That isn't it. these. You'll get the 2025P set of 3. Just claim it, you're on the timer. I've not seen him yet. There he is. Cool. All right. Yeah. Send me an email at 73 namaste@gmail. Send me an email at that. Claim it. Give me your address. I'll mail it to you. Thank you very much. And I have one more left that I can give away. We'll give that away in a little bit. Yeah, I got you, David. Just send me an email. I don't know. Let's see why I kept this one. If the music's too loud or anything, just let me know. So, let's see why I kept this one. I don't know if that one's got... I don't see any doubled windows. Let me take it out of there. This one you want to look for, let me get rid of this. You're quite welcome. Thanks for being here. I don't, some of these I don't even know why I kept. So you want those windows above the door, you want to look for doubling, which I don't see. Die chips on the top, I don't see. I might have just kept it because it was a decent looking coin maybe, which it's not. So I'll probably be tossing that. I don't even know why. Oh, okay. I can see now. It's got some nice toning to it. That's all I can see. You can kind of see it. Not much. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of stuff. I picked this up earlier this week. Decent. It's not a very good condition note, but Series 1929, $20 bill. I mean, it's kind of ratty. Got a fold in it, but I don't have one, so now I do. Got a decent deal on it too, actually. That was my find of the week. What we got here? Sweet collar, die crack through Arizona. Okay, yeah, strike through air behind ear. These used to sell for about 50 bucks. I don't think they sell for that anymore. Yeah, it's still decent. It's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's check it out here. So we are looking. So right there above the T in trust, you can see kind of a little where the goo collected. That's not a very good example of a strike through. And then right there behind the ear, see that little glob? Some of these coins you'll see, some of these you'll see the strike through go from here all the way down through here to the ponytail. That must be a beginning stage. Let's see here. Strike through behind the ear. Let's check this one out. Why don't sharks eat clowns? Because they taste funny. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. That's horrible. I don't see much on that one. See, a lot of these coins are probably when I first started collecting and identifying stuff. Got mail from you yesterday. Very classy move. Sending that star note. I appreciate it, sir. Like I said, I kept everybody's winnings. I just kind of had to take care of some stuff in life. And I had to put everything on hold for a moment, but I tried not forgetting anybody. Boy, the envelopes and everything come in handy. Let's try this one. Glad you got it. Let's see here. Cellulite strike through behind the ear. Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff I went through. I was like, why in the heck did I even save that coin? There we go. It's got a little bit. Right there. But you'll get some examples that this whole spot's just covered with a grease blotch. So that one goes over there. Then we have Maya Angelou. The early 2022 women's quarters all had this kind of an error. So if you're looking through a lot of quarters, you can. That's one of the first things I check on them, or one of the first spots I check. Come on. Yeah, there's a little blotch here behind the ear, just a little one. And then on the Maya Angelous, you want to look right in here for a die clash. Obviously right here on the mouth for a big die chip. All the women's quarters, look on the mouth, the nose, they were prone to cracking. All right, toss those to the side. Incomplete collar, strike through grease. What's this one? Check out the die crack. Yeah, it does. Thanks, Lisa. Still not out of the woods. It's like with my brother, everything got, all messed up. Now it's my dad, and let's see here. Where does it say die crack through Arizona? See, a lot of these might be misidentified errors. Like I said, they were when I first started collecting. But that is behind the Z, the O, and the I. I'd say more of a die gouge or something. It's not a crack. Yeah, but I couldn't believe going through all these old tubes and everything, how many quarters I just tossed away because, took them back to the bank. Color here. Alright, put that aside. What we got here? What we got here? What are these? These are... Yeah, these are just different toned up coins. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Wow. Some of it might even be environmental damage. So I'll go back through those, pull out the ones that are misidentified. Yeah, back when I was first started becoming more serious in this, because there's a stage you'll go through. I don't know how many of you are like super serious, box hunters. But once you reach a point that you're no longer going through just a couple of rolls, you're going through boxes. This type of method of storing stuff becomes obsolete because you can't keep up with the volume of coins by putting them all in 2x2s. So that's where I switched to this, just identifying errors and filling tubes with them. What we got here? These are foreign coins. Canada, Italy. So these were probably finds that I found in actual quarter tubes and thought they were cool. And I've also noticed that my preference, my eye for the coin has changed. When I first started, every single shiny one I found got put somewhere. But when you get a box of 2,000 shiny ones, you don't really,
Funny how?
These are all S-minted coins.
I make you laugh.
How long have I been hunting? My uncle got me started in coins. I'm in my 50s now, so he got me started in looking at coins and stuff back when I was early teens. He got me and my brothers some of the little like Whitman albums, and we'd go through, you know, that's back when we were running around in arcades, and arcades took quarters and stuff. So, you know, we'd put our quarters in the little books. And so from that point, I always had an interest at looking at coins. And then, you know, faded in and out over time, you know, because life calls, you know, I had to be a dad, you know, a husband and everything else. So that all got put on the back burner. And then kind of got back into it a lot was COVID. You know, I'm sitting around the house doing nothing, and, you know, I wasn't even really watching YouTube and stuff. And I was like, I saw some people looking at coins. It never really occurred to me, hey, let me go to the bank and buy rolls and hunt them. So my primary bank was closed. They weren't even open. So there was one bank in town that actually had its doors open for people. I walk in and I told them my intentions straight up. Said, hey, I'm gonna start buying boxes. Is there a limit? How many can I get? She's like, no limit, no everything. I appreciate it, Scott. And so I bought my first box of quarters and like 2 boxes of pennies or something right there on the spot. And this is where, you know, I'm gonna make some videos and kind of like tell the tale of my journey doing it. I kicked myself in the butt for doing this, but my first box of quarters that I ever purchased from the bank was 2020 Salt River Bay. So I started going through the rolls, you know, every coin's the same, every coin's the same, every coin's, you know, I was like, man, I was getting bored with it. So I didn't know anything about the W quarters at the time. So who knows how many W quarters I took back to the bank and let them have them. These are all Susan B. Anthony's. So your first step would be knowledge. So I started doing a lot of reading. Quarters were my first thing. So I dedicated all my time to learning what specific errors there were. There's a good, rare DDO you found. Cool. Yeah, who knows how many I took back. That sucks. But there's a good, let me see this website I'll pull up for you. For those that are interested in, because you have to have the knowledge to know what you're looking for first. I think it's air breath. Yep, here it is. Okay, so this is let me pull up the display and I'll show you. Let's add a display capture real quick.
I want my $2.
And I think it's this one. There we go. So this website's called airref.com, and you can go through this and it will explain all of the different types of errors that you can have during the minting process. Get that a little larger for everybody here. There we go. So say you want to know, and this does the die errors, which are varieties or errors with the die that get repeated over and over and over. That's your variety coins. So like you have all your different varieties of repunchment marks and stuff like that. So we have die varieties. So you click that and it'll give you a whole table of different types of doubling, offset doubling, design doubling, post-mint damage. Here we go, striking errors. So you have your unstruck planchets, misalignment, let's see here, vertical, dual misalignment, forced misalignment, partial collars, broad strikes. So centered broad strike, it'll give you a picture of what to look for. And a broad strike is a coin that's struck in the chamber without the collar around the outside of the coin to restrict the flow of metal, so the metal just flows outward. And you have that's probably the size of maybe a nickel or so.
So why don't you make like a tree?
So these are just some of the things. You don't really find stuff like this much while you're searching because these coins won't fit in a roll. So a lot of people found these early on when you could get bags of the coins from the bank. And they didn't have to be rolled. Let's see here. Post-mint damage, die install errors, die varieties. But yeah, this is a very comprehensive website. A lot of reading if you want to learn about the different types of doubling. Let's see here. And a lot of them you can see the highlights that will actually give you some die gouges. So that gives you an example, a picture with an example of what the gouges are. You know, it tells you what it occurs when a foreign object is dragged across and digs into the die face. And I've got several examples of nickels that have die gouges on them. Or die dents. There's the die dent right here. Yeah, so the die dent is kind of a softer line through the coin. I got those coins upstairs. But yeah, errorref.com. Let me copy that, put it in chat for you. If anybody would like to go
chicken dinner. Boom.
check that out. Very, very comprehensive website for those interested in how the errors are and how they're made. So a lot of these coins that I've been going back over the past couple months, I'm rechecking all the coins. See, these are just different types of toned coins there. So I'm just going back, rechecking, what kind of errors I called them way back when. Yeah, so these are all like stuff I found back in 20. Yeah, so where I started and where I'm at today are two completely different universes as far as my knowledge, what I'm looking for, how fast. My first box I ever got, I think it took me more than a week to go through. And now I can do a box and be fairly confident of pulling out all the errors in 2 hours. So what do we got here? So these are just 82, 83, and 84s. So this has been in a tube since May 3rd, 2022. See how nice these coins are. They're nice at all. Oh yeah, so they're decent coins. So these are probably just some I pulled out that looked a little better than the others. Yeah, these are a little bit nicer condition than. So I did a lot of with all the quarters I was going through, I made my own complete rolls of every single date from 65 forward of all the top condition coins that I found. 21p Washington, Crossing and Delaware, direct from bank rolls, unchecked. These are notorious for errors. Saying you're the first one you get the coin. They're all brilliant uncirculated. So every coin I'll take and let me zoom this in a little bit. So every coin I'll take, I'll just roll it in my hand.
Nothing for you.
And so you can see the cartwheel on the coin, but I'll just roll it in my hand to see if first thing I check are the fields. Make sure the fields are clean. There's a little mark right there, you can see. So I'll roll it in my hand real quick. Like nowadays, if I was going through a roll, I would toss this back just because of the marks I can see right here in the field. But on this coin, if you're looking through a lot of them, you want to look right here for a die chip, right here on the base of the ponytail on the bow. These also have common for feed finger lines right here. They go behind the head and under the chin. I've also found like greased feed finger lines here underneath the arm. You want to check all of these letters for die chips and the lettering. And of course, the notorious error, which this one doesn't have, as they call it, the crown die chip. There's a die chip that goes from the top of the head or hat all the way up into E pluribus. It covers the whole thing. Those, when they were first discovered, were they sold for well over $100 each. And now you can find good examples for way less than that. Put on my little magnifying helmet real quick. AK Grizz. Did you get my mail, AK Grizz, or no? Is he still in chat? I saw his name there. Hey, Copper Owl. Copper Owl, you should be getting something here in a day or two as well. Good to see you. Copper Owl's a mod now. Let's see here. I thought I saw AK Grizz. There he is. You doing alright, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I don't know how long it takes for stuff to get all the way up there to you, but it was mailed. Hopefully it does. So these were just... yeah, so a lot of these I would toss back. For those of you hunting, I don't know if you're a collector or not, I would recommend holding on to some of these, because this is a single year type coin. It's you know, it was a one-off 2021. So like I said, in 2021 I was getting boxes and boxes and boxes of them, so I'd put the best of the best in tubes. That's a pretty nice one right there. Oh, there's the one with the feed finger lines. Cool. So look, coming right off the chin. I don't know if the light will pick it up or not. Let me go down here to this one. Yeah, this one's got the feed finger line here I was telling you about. So this will be a BU example of, oops. Let's see if we can get this to show up or not. See right there behind "In God We Trust." That's the feed finger line there on it. Right there we go. Cool. So you're looking for that. I mean, this is a BU coin out of a roll, and look all the marks on it. I mean, these things are just getting pounded, going down a conveyor belt. But yeah, there's your feed finger line there, and sometimes it goes all the way to the back of the head. This one it does not. Very cool, found one. You want to look for die chips in the letters right there. Feed finger lines under the arm, which there are not. Look on top of the hat and behind the head for die chips. This coin also has a die clash, which shows up as an extra nose right here in the front. This one doesn't have it. We'll toss this aside, may give that one away. We'll see here. That's cool, we found one just sitting there. That's pretty neat. So, well, yeah, like a lot of these I just tossed. Oh, there's another one. This has got a good one right here. This has got good feed finger lines. This one's actually shiny. So, there you go. Come on. See that difference? There you go. See that like flicker underneath his chin? Right there. And those kind of go up to under the nose. Still doesn't go to the back here. Maple Leaf, I gotta make you blue, man. Sorry, my other little chat overlay don't work. It stinks. Had it working. Might give that one away as well. Alright. Pretty cool. Cool, we found one that I was talking about, the error. What do we got here? 76p plus condition. Who knows how long ago I put those in there? They might not even be plus condition. You never know. Nope. Yep. So yeah, I just roll it, and I'm looking for any type of... I'm kind of picky on my coins now, where I've seen so many of them. But the first thing you want to look at are make sure they got clean fields in the coin. And you know, it still has some luster to it. You know, it's good condition for, you know, being 50 years old. And I have found, while searching, you know, someone's just gotten into somebody's collection. You know, that one's lost a little bit of its luster. That one's still got a little luster to it. Little spot there on the cheek. But other than that, I mean, there's no marks on the coin. Decent. What's that look like? Nice luster to it. You know, it doesn't have any really marks to them. Pretty decent there. That one's okay. Let's see what that one looks like. Little mark on the chin, the cheek line there, but pretty decent. And as you see, you want to handle your coins on the outside. Don't put big fat thumbprints on them, because thumbprint stays on a coin long enough, it'll etch into the, especially on a copper Lincoln. They will etch into the coin and not come out. What we got here? What did I call? 21P Washington Select Keep. April 26, 2022. What do we got? So, probably haven't been handled at all. So these are, you know, some just people would, I just hold on to them, because sooner or later somebody's going to want them. You know, no marks in the fields. That's what I'm looking for. Mostly that one. I see a mark on the face, I'll toss that one. He's out. He's out. Marks in the, even though that's a brilliant uncirculated coin, I just...
Boom.
And then if you take the coin and almost go perpendicular to the light, it will show all the hairline scratches in the coin. There's one right here. There's one right there, right there, right there, right there. So let's see if it'll show up. Oh yeah, you can see them right there. And that coin's not, it's never been in circulation. BH. Get my letter yet, BH? Good to see you. Make you blue. There you go. And Marsh, didn't see you. Oh, I should put a thumbprint on this one, in Marsh. Oh, no, I can't believe I did that. It hurts me to do that. I wash my hands before I even start looking at coins, so that, you know, get all the oils and everything off. So it probably didn't even. Oh yeah, it did. It put a little thumbprint in there. Let's see. You can barely see it, but there's one on there. There, you can see it right. Just a little bit right there on the neck. A little bit of a thumbprint. Well, I tried staying under the weight restriction and made sure it was, you know, it was one time I had one sent back because they said it was, the package was too rigid. I had it sent back to me. So I made sure it was, you know, a little flexible. Does anybody need some good examples of these for their collection? That one's got a mark on it. Toss it. That one's got a mark on it. That one's got a mark on it. Toss him. Man, that's beauty, except for right there on the neck. Like I said, I've gotten kind of like real picky with the coins I keep because I can't keep them all. I want one with show you the die chip. So right here is where you can see the die itself starts to become worn out. So as I roll it, look right here, you'll see kind of a faded halo. See that faded halo mark right here? You'll get a lot of coins that have that. That's where the die is starting to become worn out, where they've struck so many of them. And it's die flow lines. It's the flow of the metal. From striking so many times, the flow of the metal has actually put microscopic lines in the die face, which creates, there you go, see that little halo smudge? It looks like a smudge, but that is actually in the face of the coin. Die attrition. But it's, you know, it's a BU coin. There's no marks on it. And it generally affects just the obverse, I've noticed. Like, I guess where the reverse has so much design on them that prevents it from doing that. I don't know. There's another one with more of the die attrition there. That's got blotches on it. Toss that. Mark on the neck. Spot over the eyeball. See that scratch over the eye. Nice and shiny, but smudge marks. So yeah, just going through all my coins and collecting, you know, all the toss backs. So far I've taken over 2 boxes back to the bank of just calls. Ooh, I think I just lost my other camera. So, you know, those will get tossed. So, if anybody's looking for something for their collection, just shoot me an email. Let me know. Tuskegees, you want to look for, these are probably pulled circulation coins. I didn't find many BU rolls of these out in the wild. I just found BU coins themselves. So on the Tuskegee, you'll want to look for die chips that come from the goggles up into the words right here. I found them with die chips on top and bottom of both planes. And then the most famous error is the burning building. It's a strike-through error, field restricted strike-through of grease. There's a grease blotch that goes here. It looks like the building's on fire. I don't know if I have any of those readily available to show you. There might be an error in here. Like I said, these were just all tossed in when I was first learning. Oh, you also want to look for feed finger lines that come off his right shoulder towards the planes. And then nothing. Like I said, most of the time I've already got all the errors pulled out of them. And then on the obverse of these, you want to check for feed finger lines underneath the chin. You know, same as those other Washington quarters I showed you. Kind of common. These are all fairly decent. This is another, you know, single year coin just like all the other ones. Well, you know, the others in the series, the Park series, they had 5 per year. That's a pretty nice looking one. And decent. This was a single year type. So all of them that I found I kept. Because it's been proven that the stuff I keep, I'm able to sell later on. Dagger. Dagger. How you doing, Dagger? what's in the box. I'm trying to find what's in the box, dagger. I've got a really for one of my places how I control humidity on the coins. So you know those super large chest freezers you keep in a basement? I modified one and filled it full of coins.
I want my $2.
Tons of strike through errors, feed figure lines, and necks. So this is a whole tube of strike through errors and feed figure lines. Let's check it out.
I want my $2.
Or I could have labeled them wrong. Who knows? Oh, so these are all like those worn dies I was showing you. See how the halo marks on them around the outside? So probably a ton of them. I don't know, some of them, it makes them look, I don't know, kind of like that wavy luster. It just makes them look funky. But that's from worn out dies. Some of the coins, I like the way they look when they look like that. Here's another one. You can just tell when you flip it. 25 likes? Cool, let's give away something. How about it? Let's give away something. Let's see here. I don't know, chat. What do you want? What have we looked at so far? You want an Air Washington, or I do have this other 2025. We'll give away this. Let me get the bot rolling. That'll be our 25 likes giveaway. Here, let me get Nightbot running. Get the bot going. Let's see here. Go back. It'll let me. Giveaways. I'm gonna try keyword again. Last time I did keyword, hey Martin. Last time I did keyword, it wouldn't let me do it. Let's see here. Boom. Yeah, see, it's not doing it. Parcel received. Sweet. Man, that mail took a long time. I sent some stuff, like earlier this week, I sent something to Colorado, and it was there like in a day and a half. And then I send some stuff to people the next state away, and it doesn't get there. All right, we're gonna have to go back. It's not picking out the live. So we're just doing active chatters. And next, here's everybody's eligible. All right, we're doing activity timeout and here. All right, so I'm just gonna do, you gotta keep chatting within a minute or so. Let's see if this will work. There you go. It's collecting names. So chat and I'll draw somebody and they'll get that. Yeah, I'm ahead of the game on these because I got a bunch of them already in envelopes ready to go. Ready to go. All I gotta do is put your name on it. 15 entries. Good luck. SkyQuest, what's up? Yep, it picked you up. Cool. What's up, what's up, what's up? 17 entries. David Gersh. Is AK Grizz in there? Yep. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Bill Snodgrass. Claim it. And it'll be yours. Del Brett, what's happening, brother? Let me start my timer. Forgot my timer. Got a minute. You got a minute. 53 seconds. That's going by. Just let me know if you see him or not. Let me make Del Brett. Come on. Turn. Save. Anybody see his name yet? There he is. Cool. There you are. Congrats. I don't know. I randomly threw some of these in some of your envelopes, so some of you all may have these already. There you go, Bill Snodgrass. Congrats. Congrats to you, Saw. Like I said, I was lucky enough. I got a couple of rolls of those. I had several boxes of the Lincoln Cents I hadn't even opened, you know, and I was straightening up stuff around here and opened one up, and I was like, holy crap, that's been sitting there that long, and I didn't even know I had them. So, and my last box of nickels actually got some 2025 P's as well. So, and then let's go ahead and we're going to draw a name to add to the giveaway for this. For a future stream, I'm just going to keep collecting names and throw them all on a wheel. So if I spin it and your name comes up, good. Down the road, if I spin it, your name comes up again, good. You'll be on the wheel twice. So we're going to roll this wheel for the first entry for that. So good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. So we got Lisa D will be our first person on this list. Let me get my piece of paper. Congratulations, Lisa D. This will be a future stream. I'll announce it. I will announce it. It's a Lisa D. It's first one. Lisa D. Get us another one. And Marsh will be on there. Let's get us a third one. BH Ringer will be on there. Those will be our first three on the Christmas tree wheel. And it's I didn't decorate the back of this one. I just did it's just the front. But anything you see is probably just on that holder. I didn't do anything on the back of that one. I did do, let's see here. I don't know if I did backs of any of these. Oh, I did three of them. I did one there, one there. That one I started. Some of these were just, I was testing to see how well the different paint or acrylic pens or how well the stuff would stick to the coin. Because some of them, no matter what I did, it wouldn't stay stuck to the coin. So I had to modify what I was using. And then this is one of my favorites. I like that one. Drew a little shadow in behind him. And that's one of my favorite. I like that one. Pretty cool one. Lyle Wakamoto, how are you today, sir? Merry Christmas to you as well. Glad to see you. Yeah, I like that one. That green one's one of my favorites. And it looks awesome, you know, if it's outside of this holder. I put it directly in the holder when I was done with it. I was like, man, that looks cool. That looks cool. Let's see if we can find something cool in here. What we got? 23P, so it's like there. Bessie Coleman's all BUs. Bessie Coleman, BU from Rolls. So like when it BU from roll means I went through boxes of them and pulled out the best of the best out of the boxes. You know, the stuff that was clean. And that's one perk you have is someone that's going through boxes and boxes of rolls. BU from rolls, BU from rolls. These have been in a tube since 3/17/23, 3/24/23. So that's probably when I was getting them. 317, 317, 317. There's another one. 317. So those are all brilliant uncirculated. And I try to keep several rolls of each just for down the road, you know, because someday somebody's going to be putting together an album and they're going to be searching for a BU example of that coin. Once, you know how quarters are, once they hit circulation, they're chewed up. So that's what I like, being the first one to open up rolls. I get the pick of the best of the best. Nose chip, cracks in mouth, crossing the Delaware airs, ponytail chip, 81, 84, 85. So I'd probably go with those 80s. 21p, check, BU. This one, Washington. So this must have been 2022 box. Chip on nose. I saw a ton of man killer quarters. I mean, boxes and boxes. They made so many of those. Nose chips, web crack, all BU from roll. Those are all BU. D. If there's anybody out there that's got, yeah, I got hundreds. I've got, yeah, hundreds. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tubes. Because when I first started amping it up and really getting into it, my intention was to get a supply large enough that I could help people fill their albums. Because not a lot of people have access to stuff like this. Nice tone.
Winner, winner, chicken
nice
dinner.
Tone on them, so let's see.
Boom.
Let's see, there's a couple BU looking ones in there. A couple I may toss. Oh no, let's see here.
I want
Like I said,
my
I'm looking in the field. I'm looking for good cartwheel. And you can see there's no scratches on that one. That one's got scratches on it. But it's got a nice blue tone to it. Like that one, I'll toss. That one goes. So this is what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, going through everything and just tossing stuff that I know I won't keep. That I know, you know, I don't want, if someone buys something, I don't want them to have a garbage coin. I won't sell anybody a junk coin like that either. So yeah, I'll go back through all these. See, I don't even know why I saved that. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. On these Connecticut's, you want to look for a die crack. You want to look for a die crack coming from about here all the way down to the outside. And you also want to look for a grease-filled die where it's missing the word oak. That will be missing. You want to look for those. This does not have the die crack. And then all the state quarters, a lot of them are notorious for strike-through grease errors. So you want to, you know, roll around, look for the blotches. I've got tons of strike-throughs here. I'll show you what they look like. Like that one, it's decent, but it's got some nice luster to it. So yeah, that's a tube I'll need to go through. I suspect there's a lot of coins I'll get rid of out of that tube. So your strike-through errors right here. It's full. And some of these sell for a lot of money. I don't know if there's people out there that just collect certain dates of strike-through errors. or if they're doing a type collection or what. Let's see here. That's got a very slight strike through. That's really slight. Let's see here. So a lot of these were when I first started. Okay, there's a good example.
I make you laugh.
So you see like those X marks and stuff behind his face there? All over? That is field restricted. My finger got smashed. But that is a field restricted strike through. So all those blotches. Alright. So the blotch right there, right there, right there, back here. Field restricted strike through. And typically if it's on that side, it's more than likely on the other side as well. Look there behind the buffalo's back. Field restricted strike through. So not much. So a lot of this was early on in my coin collecting career. I may have misidentified some. That's got a little bit. Put that down there. That's got a lot of it. There's one with a lot right there. Yeah, I saw one of these sell on eBay the other day for $10 for one of these. I don't know if they were just looking for that certain coin. Now this one's at the bottom of the neck. You can barely see it. See it there through QU and up into the base of the neck. Nothing on the reverse. Toss those. Do this one. This one barely has any in it. See what we got.
What you talking about, Will?
Yeah, oh yeah, here we go. He's got better ones. On that. All over his face. Oh. Yeah, these are better ones. A lot better.
Am I the baddest mofo low down
I just
around
say that.
this
This
town?
one doesn't have. This one's got a little bit in front of the chin. You get some of them that look like a big booger coming out of his nose. There's one right there. This one's on the top of the head. There. Those are nicer ones. Nicer strike throughs. I need to find a box that has a bunch of crazy airs on it. So here was I got a box one time, customer rolls. The customer had rolled up full rolls of BU Kentucky State quarters. They took them all back to the bank, and I was a lucky recipient and got them all. So they're all BU coins. You get surprised every now and then. I did one time I went to the bank and just I don't search half dollars, but I just kind of was like, hey, do you got any extra something different back there I can get? And she's like, well, we have. She goes, I have I don't know if it was 10 rolls or so. I can't remember what it was. She goes, I got 10 customer rolled halves. I was like, hell, I'll take them. Brought them home. They were all full of Nifsies, full roll Nifsies from I want to say like 07 to like 18 or something. Oops, I put that on the wrong one. So you get lucky every now and then on those. So there's Kentucky. There's another full roll of Kentucky. There's a full roll of toned Alabamas that pulled those right out of circulation. But somebody, I guess, had them in their garage or something and brought them to the bank. Iowa customer roll I found. Strike through grease. Dang, big time. Did I write that on there? Oh, heirs. Full roll of heirs of Iowa coins. That's a full roll of Iowa heir coins.
My $2.
Let's see here. Grease. Yeah, so that's a full roll of just strike through grease heirs of Iowa BU. So I could probably sell some of these, yeah. BU strike throughs. The customer dropped off at the bank. So they either didn't know what they were looking for, or they weren't a collector, or something. Someone just said, alright, this one says special heirs. Wonder what that means. We'll find out. See how special the heirs are. That's diatrician with an offset strike, slight offset. But the luster's all gone off of that, but you can see that feathering I was telling you about there. On an 83. All nice 83s and 82s, if you find in circulation, keep them. Because they did not come in uncirculated sets. So the nicer ones you can find, that's post-mint damage. Don't need that. Another diatrician. There's like white halo on it. Gotta figure out why these were such special heirs. That's not special to me. I think I got them all backwards. That's not special. I mean, yeah, it's got diatrician lines in there, you can see, but it's not special enough for me. What does that say? That's back before I even knew not to put tape on coins. That one's out. That one's out. More diatrician. Nothing. Yeah, see, I would blow right now. I wouldn't even pull these coins out. So this was probably early on in my hunting career. Those 2015 Saratogas, tons of them. You'll find tons of them. Nothing. Ooh, okay, here's an area you need to look for. I didn't even note this error. On the 2020 Salt River Bay, on the reverse, you want to look for feed finger lines behind the tree. So as I roll it, you should be able to see it. Right there. Yeah, they light up. That was like one of the first airs I was ever like looking for, because they were popular at the time. We'll set that over there. But yeah, that was one that everybody wanted. Now it's nothing. Yeah, these are all just deteriorated die airs. Nothing. The 2020 Rockefeller, notorious for the worn out die. They made butt tons of those as well. That looks like an annealing air. That is nothing. That's pretty worn out. Pretty worn. Might be a good giveaway example. Maybe make a little set of these to give away. Yeah, so here's, more often than not, here's how you're going to find those. They just kind of look like, at the time I called them wavy flow luster because I didn't know what the error was. But you can see it's a brilliant uncirculated coin. Just the die face had so many flow lines on it. Save that one too. And we'll toss that one. And see, I probably already got $20 in quarters I'm already tossing back. Just may keep that one. Toss that one. Toss that one as well. That one. And keep that one. Right. What do we got here now? Special temporary error check. Let's check it. More of the same, just die attrition. Like I said, they made tons of them. And now that my eye for the coin has changed, you know, I used to think that was nice keep. Now it's not, so that's got the feed finger line error on it right there. So does that one. So does that one. That one's actually got it on both sides of the tree. You can see it over here on this side and that side. Keep that one. The San Antonio missions. You want to look for die chips here. There on all the crosses, and right there on this wave are the most spots you'll find the die chips. This does not have any. That one, I think it may have a big die chip on it, right by the trees. So yeah, so look, this is the 2018 Apostle Island. You want to look for die chips here, all up through these trees. You want to look under the arms for die chips as well, and I have found some with die chips over here. This one has it right there on the lower set of trees. The coin is junk, so I'll toss it. Just more die attrition, flow line. So there's those feed finger lines under the chin of the Tuskegee I was telling you about. You can see it right there. Keep that one. I've sold a lot of those. More grease strike. This one is the 2017. You want to look for die chips on top of the gun here, which it's filled with them. Look for die chips around the hat, the shoulder. These hats have had them as well. So keep that one. That one's got die chips on top of the gun. This one will sneak by you if you're not looking for it. Can anybody spot the error on that coin? This one will trick you. Look right here, the cud. Right there. The rim cud. So on the West Virginias, you want to look from here to here for those rim cud coins. You can see all the paint on my hands where I've been painting those coins. But that one will sneak by you. The Lincoln cent will have a lot of those as well. Oh wow, check that one out. Look how big that is on there. Boom. There's a huge die chip on that bell tower. So you want to look there, and you want to look on this wheel as well. for die chips on the 2019. You also want to check the obverse, make sure it's not a W quarter, which it's not. P, lots of diattrition, but big die chip. More diattrition. On the Rockefeller, you want to look for die chips.
Winner, chicken dinner. Boom.
Die chips here. I found some with doubling right here. Feed finger lines going across the back. And a die chip in the hair right here underneath the little bow tie thing. Yeah, nice BU coin. Diattrition. State strike throughs. S proof coins. Foreign coins. Special airs to sell. What do we got here? Got about 6. Let's see what's so special about them. Nothing. So that's probably, without looking at the reverse, I'd probably say Tuskegee. Boom. Just looking at it. Feed finger lines there behind Liberty. There's another one. This air, I called it the hair flip die chip because I believe, honestly, I was one of the only ones selling it on eBay. Look right there on the top of the head. See the die chip? There's another die chip right here in the back of the hair, right there. And you also want to look for a die crack that goes all the way across the coin, and look for any die chips around the mouth and nose, which there is not. So back in 2022, I came across multiple boxes filled with these, probably like 16 or 17 rolls worth, and couldn't keep them online long enough to sell them. They were just one after the other, selling. And I had them priced to sell. I had like $4.99 or something a piece, free shipping. Boom. So I'm gonna give that one away right now to whoever's here in chat. You're gonna get this one. I'll send it to you. A hair flip die chip. I'll send that one. Go to Nightbot. See if anybody's in the room chatting or not. Close. So if you're here and you want to be considered, chat a little bit. And we'll give it away. Active chatters, good luck everybody. And we'll do 5-minute timeout. Boom. Alright, let that run for a second. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. We will give the winner the hair flip die chip. Actually, you know what? Hold on one sec. I'm not going to give you that one. I'll give you one direct out of a roll. It hasn't been touched. Like I said, when I came across rolls of them, when I had rolls of them, I pulled them all out of circulation. So there's one I put in plastic. Same thing. Hair flip die chip. Never touched by anybody. BU. You'll get that one instead. How about it? I can't give my peeps worn out coin. There's, like I said, when I was pulling them out and making rolls out of them, those are all rolls of nice 60s and 70s I pulled out. I had to make it interesting where I was doing so many searches. All right, let's see here. Let's go and find an envelope. Alright, that's a scarcity. I mail out so much stuff. I gotta go get more envelopes. Alright, how many people we got in here? 12 entries? Alright, let's do it. I don't care if you won something before or not. It's going to whoever it picks. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's choose a winner. Ron Pierce. I just saw him in here. Congrats, Ron. Put that in an envelope for you. Hair chip, die chip. Hair flip, die chip, or whatever I named it. That goes to Ron. Alright. Ron Pierce. There you go. I just wrote on the outside of the plastic, your RP. There you go. And let's add a couple more names to this future drawing here. You're welcome, sir. Thanks for being here. Alright. Bill Snodgrass. We'll add him. Bill Snodgrass gets entered. BH Ringer's already on there. He gets a second one. And Bill Snodgrass gets another one. Do one more. Dagger Cards gets one. And this will be for a wheel I'm going to make up to give away the Christmas. That's a future stream. I'm going to give that away. 71 Christmas Kennedy. I'll be giving that away. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'll be back. I'm going to get something to drink. Be right back. Get rid of stream start soon. How about that, huh? Here, take that off. Be right back. I don't know if you guys have tried this or not, but this is pretty good. You ever tried this Canada Dry Fruit Splash? Pretty good stuff. Alright. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way here and take a peek at the boxes I picked up from the bank
What you
today.
talking about, Willie?
Haven't even opened them up. I'm going to get off here for a while. I'll show you these real quick. Some of the other Kennedys I've been doing. May or may not be done yet. So, just experimenting with different colors on them. Kind of like that one. Green one. Experiment with black. A lot of them just, I'm trying out different, see what different types of paint and stuff, how they stick to them, you know, how I can mix the color or not in them. That's pretty cool. Another red one. I like that one. It's a pretty nice one. That's one of my old ones that I did. Put a sticker on it and then overlaid it with an acrylic paint with glitter in it. Nice one. Purple. Blue.
I triple dog dare ya!
Triple dog dare ya. See, I don't know why some of them work and some of them don't. I have no clue. I couldn't get it to work today. That's why I didn't like really. And then that chat overlay I usually have on the side, it wouldn't come up either. But I did update the broadcasting software, and I did update the little bot software that helps with all that crap. And then these, I may do a series of these. These are bicentennials. You know, I didn't do anything the other side yet. I see Rebecca King come in. Saw someone say hi. Let's see here. Let me roll back up. Hey, hello. Good to see you as well. Here, I just changed it to blue. So I don't know what I'm going to do on the obverse of these. It just, I may do a whole bunch of these and in 2026 may sell them. You know, since it'll be, everybody will be nostalgic for them. These are in the process. So what I'll do, like these started out like these. And I just kept adding layers, kept adding layers, kept adding layers of different colors. So that's how they started out. It's like this. So you'll see a bunch of them just already started out colored. It didn't even have the bottom on it. And then these are the night ones. That's how the night ones started out, like that.
I want my $2!
They seem to be working now, so something must have kicked in. So yeah, these are just all beginning stages. Beginning stages.
I want my $2!
So I got my feelers out. Like I said, I don't search a lot of $half, so I don't have a big supply
What you
of
talking
these.
about, Will?
So I got my feelers out to some other people, some of these $half hunters, and told them, you know, asked them kindly to set stuff aside for me. And I'd gladly pay face value for the coins, because, like I said, obviously I don't need them for the collection, because I've already got the $half collected, so. Put these back in a tube, and let's see what's in the boxes I got today. See what I'll be searching as soon as I get off here. So yeah, I want to do some videos, like I said, just kind of chronicling my journey as a roll hunter and how I stay organized doing it. Like when I first started, I was making, you know, I was just making little custom cardboard trays, you know, that would just hold rolls of coins that I could itemize and just go, okay, that's this, that's this, that's that. And then I would stack all these and put them in a big carry tray. Like you carry the
audience singing along now.
these trays that you carry like soda bottles in. So I'd have these trays full of the coins, And then I could stack the cardboard up, put 2 more on there, and then stack these trays on top of each other to stay organized. Because the one technique I always used was I always worked out of trays. So whatever coin I was looking at, I kept everything inside the tray so the mess wouldn't scatter. If that makes any sense. So these are probably nicer coins, I'd say. So 2012. I always liked those, the Grand Canyons. It actually looks like a little die dent right there. I'm looking at it. 09. Marianas Islands. What do we got here? I like that one, the Hot Springs. That's one of the lowest number minted quarters you could find in the modern quarter right there. There was like 22.5 million, something like that. Don't know why it's not coming into focus. I like that one with the parrot. So as I'm searching these, Ron Pierce a while back got me several of those little fold albums. So I've been taking the best of the best coins I have, been filling those up as well. Oh, and I can finally say Ron. Oh, here he is. I filled one of the nickel albums, the old ones. I filled it all the way, the 38 through, what was it, 38 through 60 or something like that, 62. All right, let's open this up, see what we got in here. So they are all
I want my
circulating,
$2.
which is good. The last box I got was it was all this coin, the 23 Colonel Roosevelt. It was 23D, the entire box. So I went through every roll and pulled out the best BU gem examples I could. Ended up with about half a roll out of an entire box that was worthy keeping. Let's see what we got for the nickels. Don't know. Don't know. Man, they got a lot of tape on that one. Oh, all BU. See what we got. These are full box of 2025p. Full box of them. Like I said, I'll flip all these rolls out and I'll put them heads, tails, tails rolls. And I may open up a couple of the tails rolls. Let's see, that's a heads tail. So that's like a tail roll right there. So I may open up one or two of these just to kind of get an eyeball of quality. So yeah, back earlier this year, these were selling for what, 30 bucks a roll? You know, a lot of good that does me now in December, but I'll keep them. Check out what the final mintage numbers are on those, which I don't know. Let's take a look. We're not re-rolling. Let's see here. Let's see, how many did they make? What's everybody's guess? What's the guess? I wonder how many they made. I don't know, Wayne. You know, if the designs aren't that really exciting to me. The dime, yeah, definitely. I like what the dime looks like. So let's see what our production figures are. Circulating coinage. And I'll put this link in chat. So everybody, if you want to go check what mintage numbers are. Here you go. That's the website right here that I'm on. So we're gonna go circulating coins for 2025. Because I've heard they're already minting the semi-quincentennial coins. So, oh yeah, that's not a, that number isn't low. I thought these were supposed to be low mintage numbers. 535,280,000. That's not low mintage. I thought those were low mintage. Not at all. 2025 Lincoln cent, 655,200,000. How's that a low mintage number? That's insane. Yeah, that's not low mintage at all. I thought they were low mintage coins. It's 2024. Yeah, the 2024s, there you go. 79 and 32. Look at the Lincoln, 2024 Lincoln cent. 1,712,000,000 of the 2024 P's. I think I got 1 million of them right here in my basement. If anybody wants one. That is crazy. 1 billion. And they think we're going to run out of Lincoln pennies? Come on. Let's see, 2023 Phillies, you had 692 million Lincoln cents. Look at that. 2023, they minted a billion nickels. Is that right? 1,335 million. Yeah, that's 1 billion nickels for 2023. That's insane, man. Wow. It's a lot. I think down the road, these oops. Link capture. I think down the road, these right here would be worth something. Those Native American dollars where they were such low mintages year after year after year. I think one day those may be worth something. Yeah, see right there, 0.98, 0.98. Yeah, 2022 P nickels. That's why you see so many of them when you're hunting. Oh, this is the dollar coin, KJ. The Native American dollar, 0.98, 0.98. The 2022 quarters, 1 billion. 1,293,000,000 quarters. 1.5 billion nickels, 1.5 billion P nickels. Good night, man. Yeah, I found one of those in circulation, Wayne. Every now and then I'll go to the bank and just get whatever dollars they got stacked up, you know, because the bank can't return them to Loomis until they can fill up a bag. So I'll just get the whole thing before they send them off and go look at them. But so how many of y'all, as far, you know, because I hunt all these boxes, I have not yet seen a single roll of 2025 quarters of any design. I've not seen one single roll. And they made how many for 2025? And I have not seen a single one. Who's hoarding them? Quarter program. Look how many they made. And I've not seen one. I mean, I don't understand that. And the last box of quarters, like I said, I got were 2023 Ds, uncirculated. And nobody's seen them, huh? 2025. I think these. Yeah, see, there's the Native American dollar. They did double there, because the years previous to that we saw only million or less, so they amped it up a little bit there. Dang, man! Look at that total. Look at that total for coinage. Total coins minted. Trillion. 4,668,000,000. No, it's billion. That's insane. That is a lot of coins, man. But as far as the coins, I don't know. None of these designs really pop for me. I mean, this one does. I like the Liberty dime. But I bet they are going to make so many of these coins that it's going to take the collectability out of them, and it'll just be who can get the highest graded ones. Yeah, I found a couple VMC, but I haven't. Well, last night I found. Shoot, where's it at? Right here they are. So last night, this is last night's finds. I went through a box last night, and I found. So yeah, the box I went through last night was just full of a bunch of deminted, like really nice deminted coins. But I did find. Where's that? Where's it at? Did find this. Hey. Oh, that isn't it. That's a D. Yeah, big whoop. I found that one. Oh, crap. I found a W quarter last night. I thought it was right here. But I wanted to show you that women's quarter. I found the one, it was the lady in the lady in a wheelchair, I think. It was the first time I'd found them in circulation. I don't even know which coin in the series it is. Now, I have the women's quarters just from the Mint subscription process. You know, getting them sent to me direct from the Mint. But there it is. Found that last night. Pretty good shape. Weir Farm. That's the W I found last night. And then, are these it? Yeah, here you go. I found two of those. First time I found those. I don't even know if that's the third, fourth, or fifth quarter released. But I found two, and they are, one's a P. Yeah, they're both Philly minted. I mean, decent, but yeah, you know, and I found some of the other ones, the whatever that lady's name is. One, the Girl Scout, founder of the Girl Scouts. I found a couple of those, and then the Ida B. Wells. Found a couple of those. But other than that, I haven't really found much 2025 coinage. Oh yeah, here it is. So this lady, I found several of these. And you want to look for a die chip on the top of her hat. I found several with the die chip. So I found 2 of those last night. And the other one was the Ida B. Wells. I found a couple of those. But nothing too crazy. Yeah, but the deminted coins, I mean, they're in pretty good shape. When I search through them, I do what I call like a quick pull. When I'm blazing through it, I'll just, anything I want to set aside and look at it again, I'll just set it aside instead of stopping my whole process to look at one coin. I do all the coin, like, search stuff. Oh, wait. Shit. Here, we got a whole nother box of these. I don't even know what's in this. There's a whole other box. What we got? 2006 toners. 8, 5, 4. Let's see what they look like. 2004 toned coins. What was I considering a good toned coin back then? I don't know. Take a look. Let's take a look. Are they worth keeping or not? The lighting here really doesn't give you aspect on the tone, because these got pretty good tone on them. That's a pretty nice looking coin. No scratches on that. That one's got a couple of dings on it I can see. Yeah, those angles of the light, man, you turn them and pitch that coin just right, you can see all the marks on them. It's pretty good shape. Not bad looking. I put them in the tube for some reason. We got here Die Clash. What's this? What's Die Clash? Got one coin in there. Let's see what it is. Okay, so I was probably calling this a die clash of some sort, because so if you look right, where's it at? Oops. So right here, when I roll the coin around, you'll see kind of a darker line on that. I think that coincides with this. I don't know. I really don't think that's a clash. We're tossing it. We're tossing it. Now it's an empty container. Recheck for DDOs. Need a microscope for that, huh? Here's 2021 P, Washington Cross and the Delaware, direct from bank rolls. So I just put those in tubes straight from rolls. So those are probably all BU. So these are probably all BU coinage. Let's see here. Yeah. You can see the diatrician kind of halo around the outsides of these quarters starting. You can see it real good right there. Almost look like scuff marks. I mean, but these are all direct out of the roll. That's a decent looking quarter there. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'll probably have to go back through and check all these for errors. I probably just took them straight out of the roll and put them in the tube. Didn't even check them. Or I didn't even know what I was looking for back then. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls of those. 76. What we got here? State. And these all look like errors. That Kanaka Ole quarter had tons of errors. I've got little packets I made up that I'm gonna sell. Like 10, 15 errors of all one coin put together. Virginia, Tennessee, tone, S mint. Here. So those are all S mint quarters I found while searching. Check that out, see what we got. See if there's any like really good examples in there. Wow, that one's blinging. There's probably some really nice ones. What's that one? Is that a proof? That's not a proof, but it's proof-like. All scuffed up. It came out of somewhere. These all probably got bag marks on them. Yeah. There's some nice ones in there. I had a box one time that had about 16 rolls worth of S minted quarters throughout the whole box. Like the mint had dumped them all into circulation or something. Full of them. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night right there. Get something to eat.
My $2.
What's this say? Lines with planchets. I don't know. If y'all are, if you're looking for anything special, let me know. I can just write it down while I'm going through all this stuff. Kind of keep track of what anybody's looking for their collection, or because this is all getting skimmed down. I need to generate some money to take care of some stuff, and it's all getting tossed, or sold, or tossed, or. Because, I mean, I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't need 12 rolls of Kanaka Ole error quarters. So if somebody would like some, let me know. That's one good thing about this hobby. It's always going to be worth the quarter that I have. So it's never going to be worth less than the quarter that you got in it, right? Right. Nice, Bill. Yeah, let me go up and get my roll of them. Do you want 1 or 2? You got 1 or 2. Were you here, Bill, when I showed this one? I picked this up, a 1929 $20 bill. Pretty cool. New York Fed Reserve Bank. Not in the greatest condition, but I don't have one in my collection, so the price was right. I thought it was pretty neat. Who knows how much has been purchased with that. Let me spin the wheel a couple more times, get a couple more names filled on here, and we'll call it. Yeah, Wayne, I picked that up. I got it for 20 bucks. I mean 20 plus the face value 20, so 40. I don't know if it's worth more or worth less. I'm not sure, but it was worth what I paid for it to me, so. Oh, let's look at this one more time. I did like the, where's it at? The nickel's just gonna have a dual date on it. There's nothing really changing on that. Where's the American Eagles are gonna have a dual date. Oh, those are platinum stuff. Yeah, the W proof American Eagle that comes out right here. This one's gonna have the dual date on it, the West Point Mint.
Am I the baddest
You see the dual date at the bottom.
around this time?
So And then this one, I thought. So some people are saying that this collectible coins, not that. Where's the $50?
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I like the $50 was kind of, there it is. That's what the $50 is going to look like right here, down in the bottom right. That's going to be the $50. But let's see here. I've heard some whispers that some people think this coin here is going to be worth some money. I don't know if I agree or disagree, but you can no longer get the subscription for it, and that is because, oops, and it's $2 more than the West Point. But this one is a Philadelphia proof American Silver Eagle, and they've lowered the household limit. It used to be 5. They lowered it to 1. And I believe the overall mintage limit, they used to have it on here, was 60,000. Oh, you can still get them. Oh, they must have raised it because before, yeah, currently unavailable. They've sold them. So they sold out. Right there it is. Mintage limit 60,000. So some people are saying that one's going to be worth money. I'm not sure. I'm not an American Silver Eagle collector. I wonder if the subscriptions are all out on this one. So this one is not sold out yet because there is no 500,000 mintage limit. So 500,000. That'll be the first one out next month. So I did order one of these. What's that? Boo. I did order one of these. I used to have a subscription to the American Silver Eagles, and when that price jumped from like 60 something to 90 something, I canceled all of them. I was like, no way, I'm not paying, not when I could buy, well, back at that time, you could buy, you know, what, 4 silver rounds for the price of 1 American Silver Eagle, so I'd rather put the money in the rounds than, but that's all they have for the product schedule for 2026, so I don't have anything else up yet. On these, on the American Innovation coins, they're going to have a privy mark and a dual date on them as well. I don't collect those. I don't know anybody that collects them, honestly. No way, you guys can't even see it. Sorry. That one. I don't know anybody that collects those or even buys the bags. So, no idea. Alright. Let's grab us a name. Grab a couple more names. So, chat it up real quick. I'll grab a couple more names for our future wheel.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And we'll say goodnight. So, let's see here. Refresh it. Yeah, way too. You got that right, Jimmy. Way too expensive. Privy is in an outhouse? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, let that populate, and then we'll throw some more names onto the future wheel. And congratulations earlier to David and Bill for their 2025 penny set. You know what? I'll just do that. So this, when I pick this first name, you'll have your choice. Do you want a penny set, or do you want your name on the oops, go there. So in this next one that I draw a name, you can have your choice of a 2025 penny set, or get your name on this for this. So here we go. First person up. Let's go to live chat. Good luck, everybody. Oh, where'd my nightbot go? There it is. All right, good luck, people. SkyQuest 2K8. So, SkyQuest, congratulations. SkyQuest 2K8. Are you here? me start my timer too. Gratzky, SkyQuest. Where's SkyQuest? SkyQuest. You got 45 seconds, SkyQuest. Here you are. Okay, SkyQuest, do you want your name on for the chance to win the Kennedy? Or would you like a 3-pack of the 2025 Lincoln set right now? Your choice. And there's what the 2025s look like. You want a set of these, or do you want your name on here? Your choice. What say you? Does my chat freeze? Chat, yeah. Pennies, you got it. There you are. That'll come out to you. Right. And VMC. I'll give you the same opportunity, sir. VMC. VMC, you want one of these? Or you want your name on here? Let's say you. You want the wheel, alright? Alright, congrats. And our last one, SkyQuest, you already won. BMC already won. Ronald Pierce. Ronald Pierce, our last winner of the night. On Pierce, do you want your name here, or do you want the 3-pack of 2025 P's? And congratulations, Ron. Three set of pennies, you got it. P. All right. Hey, thanks for all for hanging out. Like I said, I'm gonna put all this up. Go get something to eat. Put stamps on these. And guys, just let me know what you want to see. You want to see some more air stuff, or like I said, I've got an entire stack of stuff right over there that'll be going through. A lot of currency, a lot of customized stuff. Like I said, we didn't even get into. I've got binders and binders and binders of cataloged airs, of stuff like that, just ready to go and sell. And I don't know. I'm gonna package them up in unique ways, you know, so they'll be ready to just spot and put in your collection. So, thanks, Jimmy. Congratulations. Be on the lookout. I'll do the. I'll probably do another stream or two this weekend to get more names for the Kennedy wheel, and then we'll get that drawn before Christmas, so we can get a winner on that. Maybe even have a second place or something. Maybe, you know, something like that. I don't know. Or make them up. I don't know. I do have another one of these that I made. The tree isn't decorated yet. Maybe I'll do 2 of these. But be on the lookout. Your names are on the list. Thank you very much for your support. Get me back to things rolling, and I love y'all. Have a good night. Be safe. See you on the next one.